What started as a quick project for my daughter turned into a passion that helped me heal, connect, and create a new path for myself. Now I'm here to help others fall in love with crochet as well. Hi there, welcome to my channel. I'm Sarah. I am a crochet artist and teacher, and I have been creating and crafting for as long as I can remember. It's always been a passion of mine to create and to make, and I've come to realize recently that it is one of my superpowers is I can pick something up and learn it fairly quickly. I think I like the challenge of learning a new skill. So my craft area is full of all sorts of crafts. I was definitely an ADHD craft junkie. I would jump from craft to craft. I would indulge in buying all of the materials for that one craft, and then I'd do it for like, I don't know, 6 weeks, and then I'd be over it and then move on. So I have everything under the sun that can fit in my area. I've tried so many different projects and I've loved them all, and creativity just like fuels my soul. I just wanted to come on here and kind of introduce my story and why I started this YouTube channel. Now, I started crocheting back when I was in high school. I think my mom taught me how to knit and how to crochet. At that time, I could only do blankets, scarves, hats, like the basics, right? And there was one day my daughter and I were at Michael's and she found this yarn. So it is, what is this? Yarn Lane Loops and Threads. So loops and threads from Michael's. And you can see it's got the little speckles in there. And she was talking, she's like, "Oh, can we get this? Can you make me a cactus?" And I was like, "Well, I don't know, but we can try." And so I brought it home. We bought it. I went online. I looked for a pattern. I watched a ton of videos, read a bunch of like vlogs to kind of get back into crocheting and figuring out that magic circle. It was not easy for me. But then I found someone that was a little bit different. It wasn't the typical magic circle that other people were doing, and that her explanation for that just made so much more sense to me. So I was able to get started, and so here is that original cactus. As you can see, the holes, my tension, the hook size I was using was wrong, the tension was wrong. You can see the stuffing in there. See if it focuses. There we go. Yeah, you can see the stuffing inside. But I thought it was the cutest thing I'd ever made. And I just remembered how relaxing crochet was. And so I just started there. And I kind of just kept going. I found a pattern. The next thing I made was this octopus, and it was humongous because I at the time did not realize that the size of your yarn and the size of your hook makes a huge difference. So I bought Sweet Snuggles, not Sweet Snuggles Light, Sweet Snuggles. It might have even been like an extra, I don't know. It was huge. And I kept going and I kept going, and the octopus wasn't done, and I ran out of yarn, and it kept going and it kept going. It was humongous and it was so heavy. It's now like a floor pillow for one of my daughters. Like she literally lays on it while she watches TV. It was just huge. And so that was kind of my intro to, oh, if you use big yarn, you're going to make something big. So that was a lot of fun. So as I started making more and more plushies, I started posting more on my Instagram, the crochet stuff. So I started my Instagram a few years back just as a way for me to share my art. So which is why it's Sarah Meets Art, because like I said earlier, I just like to do it all. I like meeting new things. I like learning new projects. So I had a little bit of a following on there for my pattern designs and other illustrations that I was doing, and then friends from college and whatnot. And then I started posting my crochet pieces, and I was getting some interest from them and comments. And I had a friend reach out to me, a friend from college, and she reached out to me and she wanted actually to buy 2 pieces for her kids. And so I met up with her and we were having a conversation, and she was saying, "You should sell these, like people will buy them." And I was like, I don't know. I don't know if that's what I want to do. but then I kind of started making more, and then I looked into it, and my mom was a craft fair frequenter as far as like selling her products. I was not like a complete novice to craft fairs, so I found something local. I don't remember where it was, but found something, asked my mom to come join me, and sold a good amount of the plushies that I made. Actually, before we even did our first market, I didn't even know what to charge for my pieces. So my husband and I visited a couple craft fairs that like a couple weekends before and kind of priced out what other crochet artists had. And so kind of went from there. My mom was helping me a lot just being at the booth with me. And then because she knows how to crochet and she'd done blankets and whatnot, and I was able to teach her how to do the magic circle so she could help me out I think I was making the little tortoises, and she started making that magic circle and has like taken off, and she actually makes more things than I do now for our actual markets. She is so fast and makes so many things. I like to do the big stuff, so it's kind of worked out. So I like to make like that sea turtle behind me. I like to have a little bit more intricate things with sewing involved. My mom likes the quicker, like the chickens. She can whip out so many. And so that's been a lot of fun. I still haven't started selling physical products on Etsy. People always ask if I have a store, but I just don't want to deal with shipping. And I think expectation too, right? Like if you see something online, you have this certain expectation of what it's going to be, but I don't know. I hate that disappointment of like, oh, this isn't actually what I wanted. But I think that's why I don't do licensed characters. I know people always send me things or ask, hey, can you make, this character? And I just won't do it. I think I did it once. I made a Stitch. I hated it. I thought it looked terrible. It didn't look like Stitch. Like it did, but didn't, it just didn't feel right. And I mean, the customer loved it, but it wasn't for me. And then the other thing is I teach a commercial arts class, and we hammer into them the copyright issue of like, this is not your artwork. You should not be making it. So I just don't want to do licensed artwork. I don't want to do licensed characters. It's a bummer because those would sell so well. Like if I made Pokemon, if I made Disney characters, like those would be sold instantly at my markets, but I just have a really hard time personally doing that. It's been great having my mom help me. She comes to all my markets. We were doing a ton of markets last year, and then I was kind of starting to get burnt out. So this year we made a plan. We're only doing one a month, and then we're trying to find, the smaller one. So we do like a farmer's market. So then we're done at 1:00, which is fantastic. But we do have our big one coming up in August that we're looking forward to. We did really well there last year, so we're hoping to do well again there this year. And then I started, telling more people about my crochet stuff, and then I brought it into the classroom, which was a lot of fun. I had this one group of, I think this was even before, I don't remember when it was. It was before I got into plushies, but it was a small group of kids. They were some weird class, like they didn't fit into the regular electives rotations, so they gave them to me, and we did all sorts of random things. But one of the things was teaching them to crochet, and kind of that was my first foray into teaching others to crochet. And then a couple of years, and then once I really got into like plushies and whatnot, I started doing it more, teaching more groups of kids. And I had a lot of kids coming and asking and signing up and learning. And it was really interesting to see like their frustration levels, because when you're learning to crochet, the hardest part is holding your yarn. And they didn't do too bad. And so we kind of just went from there. And over the years, I think it's been 2, 3, maybe 4 years now that I've been teaching my middle school students how to crochet. And it was really awesome because one of my groups, they actually went to the high school and started the crochet club over at the high school. And that was kind of one of those proud teacher moments of like, oh, okay, I did that. And they actually go to markets now and they sell, and it's pretty awesome. So that that kind of fueled me to start my YouTube channel. And that really what kind of fueled me to start my YouTube channel was to share, crochet lessons with everyone else in my way of teaching. My magic circle is a little different than other that you find online. I'm also bringing in my teaching background of how to explain things to you. So I'm really doing my best. I'm trying to get it out there. I have my beginner series that I created and just kind of going from there. And I really want to make sure that people are comfortable crocheting and really finding how helpful it is. I know as far as like the mental health piece, it really did help me get through some hard times when my oldest was struggling with some mental health issues, and that was really tough on me. And so having crochet at that time was so important because it just really got me out of my head and into the present, and I was counting and it kept, and I was making these cute things. And so it really did give that like creative outlet for me to disconnect from everything else and just kind of work on myself. So I want to thank all of you who are already subscribed to the channel. I'm really so grateful that you are here, and I can't wait to kind of go on this journey of still doing tutorials, but also kind of talking about just life in general. I'd like to start kind of coming on a little bit more and chatting with you and showing you what I'm up to. My first little vlog series coming up here is going to be talking about my book blankets. I've been working on granny squares with the books that I've read, so I'd love for you to check those out. And then there's some more tutorials in the works. Summer's almost here, so I'll be able to record some more videos and get those going for you. I really want to get the two, if you see up on the shelf here, I've got my two patterns that I wrote, which is my hoodie hopper and my merkitty, or my mermaid. And I would love to make a video for those so that it's for you for free as well as for sale on Etsy. But that's coming up in the works. So again, thank you for subscribing. To those of you who've been here a while, I really appreciate you. And those of you who are new, welcome in. And I hope we continue on this journey together. Happy crocheting.